what is EPMO in overall? EPMO is basically the product taking care of all the activities belongs to the projects, starting from the conceptualization stage till the commissioning stages of the projects. So detailed activity functional level project progress monitoring is being done over here. So covering the all key stages: pre-execution, where front end loading, uh, pre-ordering, planning, pre-planning activities are taken over there. Then job planning, where detailed network schedule planning, functional schedule planning, milestones monitoring, finding the critical areas, etc. are being monitored. Monitoring the progresses of the projects through the 3D model 3D model view, with the various color schemes and with the various progress monitoring milestones. Then getting into the execution, so monitoring the progresses of each individual core function, that is engineering, procurement, tendering, ordering, construction. Then pre-commissioning and commissioning, so clearing the various approvals, various statutory approvals, clearing the various mechanical executions, etc. are done over there. And at last, the closing of the projects. So various lessons learned, various lessons learned, as well as the compendium history are being monitored over here. So these are the quiet features of the uh, product. So EPMO is basically getting utilized into the every industry aspect, such as refinery, pipelines, marketing, infrastructure, R&D, and so on. So the overall architecture is built in so way like it can be utilized at with very little customization with respect to the specialization required from the individual sector, or else these products can be deployed into the any sector. So for the job planning, ProPlan is the product which is taking care of the planning activities over here, scheduling, quantity level monitoring of the activities, overall network building, critical path forming, project level individual progress scheduling and monitoring, resource assignments, etc. Activities are being done over here. So generating the critical alerts if the activities are getting delayed or running ahead, if any critical path is found, so whatever are the resources are getting shortlisted over there, efficiencies need to be improvised, it is running into the lag, all these things are monitored into the ProPlan. So these things can be done over here into the EPM product with this feature. Then front end loading, job planning, execution, pre-commissioning, PGTR and closure, function level monitoring for the engineering group, ordering, manufacturing, delivery, tendering, and the construction. So various stakeholders got engaged over here are like licensors, consultants, vendors, various contractors. Key phases like statutory clearances, job planning, financial planning, MIS monitoring is the part of the system. For document management, there is a product called ProDocs. It is also the part of EPMO, end-to-end document management with the EPMO, and other value-added features such as risk management, safety management, project insurance management, contractor performance evaluation, vendor performance evaluation are these things monitored over here. So let's understand the flowchart of the product sections and the modules. So these are the phases. Like first phase is coming as an pre-execution. So pre-execution has various subsets to monitor, such as conceptualization, feasibility study, detailed feasibility study, and apart from these, project-specific key stages might also come into the picture. So these are the popularly monitoring stages. Next is the execution. So in execution, all pre-execution activities, job planning activities, and further execution monitoring activities will come into the picture. Apart from these, the other simultaneous activities of the other discipline like risk management, HSE management, contractor performance evaluation, vendor performance evaluation, finance monitoring. So all these things will run into the simultaneous manner along with the executing project execution monitoring stages. Once these activities are being done or in process, then these progresses will be monitored through the deliverable forms, that is the dashboards and the reports. and at last the projects will get closed, and various lesson learned and detailed level of the compendium history, where technical closure, commercial closure, various lesson learned, and the studies that are need to be archived, everything will be captured over here into the closure. So in pre-execution, let's go into the pre-execution. So conceptualization, feasibility report, and detailed feasibility report have the further accesses to define these stages into the activities. So such as like market demand analysis, technology availability, various proposal meetup for lining up the consultants and licensors, whether a project is going to get finished with the baseline schedule, level 2 schedule, preparation of the field study, long lead item monitoring studies, statutory approval possibilities, etc. So these studies are basically are getting monitored over here into the pre-execution stages through these three aspects: conceptualization, feasibility, detailed feasibility, and various inputs are getting captured through the various departments, through various disciplines, and these inputs are further getting assigned to the each individual activities. And some activities might be key activities that are need to be monitored as an milestone. So certain activities can be ticked as an a key milestone activity, so that these key milestone activities will be further processed, and various flags, indications on a timely manner will be received by the concerned stakeholders. So this is the upcoming capital project list. This is our master project list. Once you log in into the system with your login credentials, this will be the home screen will come for getting the accesses of the projects. So master project list is there, ongoing capital projects is there, FR approved capital projects, upcoming capital projects, these are available. I am taking this example of a pipeline division groups. So we have here the petroleum pipeline projects and city gas distribution projects. So right now we are into the upcoming capital projects. So whenever you are going to create the new projects, by default those will get populated into the upcoming capital projects. So here, like location, project name, project type, categories, pipeline type, project stages, type of projects, whether it is a capital project or a other project. So these things will come into the list. We have to click on the project row item, and to get into the pre-execution front-end loading window. So this is the front-end loading, a part of the pre-execution. Over here, conceptualization, feasibility, and detailed feasibility, these milestones has been defined. Now these milestones, these key stages are defined into the project definition page. Whenever we are creating the projects, we are getting an opportunity to define what are the stages that project has to be followed to pass through this pre-execution part. So we can see right now there are two stages are loaded, two activities are loaded, and each individual activity has defined certain weightages. So activities are distributed into the 100% weightages, and by default here statuses are set as a not assigned. Now here we are going to create the progresses. So right now we are into the approval detail section. Here multiple departments can collaborate together to provide their inputs for approving a certain activity, such as mechanical department may come, civil department may come to provide their inputs all together. So with these both departments inputs, this activity will be further called as an approved for this particular stage. So 85 percentages will be a gaining amount for this conceptualization progress stages. So right now I'm approving all these activities as an end user administrator. There are provision to provide the necessary attachments in support of approving the specific activity or disapproving the specific activities. So various reasonable snapshots or the other attachments such as PDF, Excel can be attached. So here, as I have done the progress, partially progress of this specific activity under the approval by refinery and marketing. So here conceptualization visual has shown the progress with the green color half bar, as I have done the almost 50% progress. So next, similarly for the conceptualization, we have to take the more number of the approvals on the other activities by the pipeline divisional groups. So this further bifurcation is done into the conceptualization is the approval, who is submitting the approval by whom, which discipline. So again, I'm selecting the number of activities to progress, providing here as an status. So I am means here I have the rights. I am the user, belongs to the specific department. In this case, like a civil department. Once I log in into the system, I will have the opportunity to provide my input. So I am providing these things, and if required, notes can be added. Bulk status can also be monitored with this shortcut selection procedure. Again, the attachments can be provided over here. So with these things, we will finish the conceptualization, feasibility, and detailed feasibility studies in the detailed manner with the same phenomenal, like how I am showing you right now for the conceptualization stage. So once the detailed feasibility study is accepted for the specific projects, the project will will become qualified to go into the ongoing stage for the further monitoring of the execution activity. So this is how we are going to finish the conceptualization. Next stage is the execution. So in execution, as we said, like the things are going to be start with the planning activities, obviously. So let me take you to the plan. So this is the planner's screen. Once the detailed feasibility study is completed for a specific project, the project is getting qualified for the further job planning activities and as well as for the execution monitoring activities. So this is the planner's screen, planner's area. So here project dashboard is shown up over here. Progress statistics are there. In progress statistics, all the key functions that are outlined over here in that I have defined into the projects are shown up over here. Each individual function has a certain weightages. These weightages are again defined into the masters with respect to the standard man hours efforts are required to complete the project. And in this example, we can see like right now I'm into the September 2021. So I can see here what is the schedule progress of a respective function up to the September, and what progress I have achieved so far. So achieved progress will populate over here into the actual sales and how it is coming. So whatever progresses we are going to done under the execution, those progresses are going to be rolled up at the functional level. Okay, so whatever progresses I'm performing under the execution by the specific peoples belongs to the construction sites, belongs to the specific disciplines. Those progresses are getting rolled up over here and getting displayed over here into the progress statistics screen. So this month numbers are further rolled up into the cumulative figures. So we can also monitor over here the cumulative numbers. Next is the like functional schedule page. In the inside the functional schedule, detail functional scheduling will be done. Then WBS is the page, project WBS, detail level of the WBSS will be defined over here. Similarly, these WBSS, if it is defined into the other planning application, other networking applications such as Primavera MSP, that plan can be integrated with the ProPlan application. At last, we can see here the PR icon. So ProPlan is integrated with ePMO. So all those plans will be fetched up into the ProPlan, and ProPlan will display the further WBS and their scheduling into the ePMO through this integration. Planning packages can also be attached over here to monitor by the planners groups. So planning packages may have the various versions. Timely in a time to time manner, these planning packages will get updated over here. Project critical milestones will be defined. Areas of the critical attentions will be defined over here. 3D model of a specific project will be attached over here. Further, this 3D model will be viewed through the supporting applications, 3D model supporting applications for monitoring the progresses. As of study documents and their further monitoring will be maintained over here. So this is the overall roof of the planners. So right now I'm showing you the detailed view of the specific overall physical progresses of the project. So at top we have here the S curve visual as well as the histogram visual, and at down we are getting the in table view we are getting the figures for the month as well as for the cumulative or as well as for the cumulative figures with respect to the respective month. So this way the progresses are getting built up with respect to the progresses are done at the execution level. So this is the functional schedule page. So here all the functions defined into the projects can be browsed through this drop down window, like tendering works, detail engineering survey, and so on. And further the main function is subdivided into the sub functions. So sub functions can also be selected over here. And if further sub functions are divided into the further WBS hierarchy, further leveling, that leveling can also be filtered over here. So now the main key objective of this functional schedule page is to define the schedule. So there are like three mediums. Either by utilizing this screen itself, the planner may put the figures through the manual key in method, or else the Excel can be uploaded over here. The whatever information we are looking right now at the grid, this information can be downloaded into the Excel. The downloaded Excel can be filled up with the necessary information such as schedule completion dates, and this information can be uploaded. So Excel uploading medium is the second interface. Third option is the synchronization, as I said earlier. Like ProPlan is the application. So ProPlan does have this detail level of the project WBS in the form of network schedule, and we have to integrate this ProPlan with the we have to call the synchronization button for this integration. So last column is basically giving us the statuses of the synchronization. So wherever synced is formed, that means this particular row item has got the synchronization with the ProPlan interface, and ProPlan is further ProPlan has a further choice. Either a fresh plan can be created through the scratch, or else if the plan is got created into the other networking model like Primavera or MSP, that can also be fetched up into the ProPlan. So for ePMO, ProPlan is the single source, and ProPlan has a various choices of the resources, either ProPlan itself or the other models. So planner will define this, provide the inputs to this functional schedule either automatically through synchronization or through manual keying. So this way, the functioning will be done, scheduling will be done for each individual respective function. So this is how we are going to define the functional scheduling. For example, right now I have switched the other function called design and engineering. So the hierarchical manner WBS we can see over here. Design engineering is further divided into the works. Work has a further activity, detail engineering survey in the case, or the HDD, hydraulic drilling. And here we are doing the scheduling. So certain logical validations are available over there, like date related validations. So for the planners helping input, those will be generated if required. Next, the execution side. So let's see over here. So we have here the functions like detail engineering survey, statutory clearances, design engineering, tendering for works, and for the material procurement, manufacturing and delivery, construction, and the commissioning. And each function is further subdivided into the sub functions as well as the main activities and child activities. So all of these things are defined over here. For an example, in detail engineering survey, cadastral survey, geotechnical investigation are my core sub functions. And further, these sub functions have provided with the certain weightages with respect to the efforts that are going to be required to achieve each individual completion of the sub function and their related core activities. Similarly, in statutory clearances and row acquisition, permission and approvals will be received from the various government bodies, approving authorities for the forest clearance, environment clearance, wildlife clearance, consent to establish of the project, coastal regulation zone clearances, pre-construction PESO approval. So the nation's government body is coming into the picture where necessary government approvals, statutory approvals are need to be cleared out. Next, design and engineering. So engineering for documentations and the drawings will be done. Engineering for work contracts will be done. So detailed scope will be find out over here. Engineering for the material procurement will be done. So these are the key stages like monitor, like drafting of the documents, designing of the documents, designing of the works, detail engineering stage, drawing preparation, bill of material generation, issuance for the internal comments, review and approval, issuance to departments and to the construction sites. So these key stages that I am reading are defined here as an milestones, and this key stages also has got the weightages. So I have the documents, I have the number of the row items that need to be processed. That particular documents or the work items has a certain weightages, as well as this row this milestone also has a certain weightages for monitoring. Then tendering has again divided into sub function like tender floating, evaluation, and awarding. In tender floating, the categorization of the tender, putting the tender on sale, pre-bid meetings, bid opening. In under the evaluation, then various disciplines will get collaborate together for the technical clearances, commercial clearances, conclusions, price bid opening. Various negotiations can be happened over there. Awarding, once the techno commercial is also got cleared, then awarding FOA will be awarded to the qualified contractors and the vendors. Signing of the contractor lead times will be monitored. Once the awarding is done, then manufacturing and delivery function will come into the play. So manufacturing and delivery vendors will start submitting the documents and drawings if it is a long lead item or if it is an equipment. Manufacturing, if it is not a bulk item, then further these drawings documents will be evaluated by the consultant or the owner representative. So various vendor expediting activities will come into the picture over here. Vendors performance will be evaluated over here. Various uh, milestone stages inspection will be carried out at the either at vendors location or at the fabrication or manufacturing locations. Delivery, manufacturing and delivery will be monitored over here till the product till the items is not getting dispatched at the final destination as per the mentioned into the work orders. Then construction is again further divided into the key milestones like a boundary wall. In the cases of pipeline projects like boundary wall, main line, hydraulic drilling, cadastry, combined station work, switch yards, SCADA, telecom. So these are the key work activities that are being progressed. And again, all these activities that I am reading, further all the progresses are getting rolled up to get the actual projects done at the functional level. Functional level projects are getting rolled up into the up to the project level, and with this we are getting the overall progresses into the progress statistics and at the functional scheduling screen. At last, the commissioning and the handover. So hydro test completion for mainline and the stations, test results and the detailed parameters are getting captured over here before before initiating getting the approval of the other statutory bodies like OSD, PCSA, PESO, and these recordings are being further monitored. So let me give you the few examples how we are like progressing. For example, let me take you to the tendering. So this is my activity master screen. Basically the planner is going to monitor this screen. So here detail level of the activities are plotted. Each activity is further subdivided into the tender floating, evaluation and award. So man hour efforts are divided are given into the SMH. Based on these man hour efforts, weightages are also got distributed. So this is the basically the planner screen. Now let's go ahead into the activity progress input screen. So I am into the progress input screen right now. So here we have to select the work type against which we are going to create the progress. Right now we are into the tendering. So here existing tenders are available. New tenders can also be created by simply typing the new tender number. So for example, I have selected this tender number. So next thing is that we have to add the purchase requisitions that are created by the engineering group. So in PR detail, pending PR, processed PR, all PR, these things are available. Pending PR are basically those PR, those are completely untouched. Those are not considered so far into the tender creations. Processed PRs are those PRs, those are the part of the tender creation, and as the tender activity is ongoing, those are still considered as an processed PR. All PR is basically the view of the combination view of the both. So right now I have selected the tender. I'm selecting here the process PR, and for this particular PR, I'm assigning here the tender number. Now next we have here the tender group PR cost breakup detail. Like one particular tender may get broken into the multiple PRs. Okay, or the combination of multiple PRs may group together to form into the single tender. So this relationship basically we are defining over here. Apart from these, as per the project WBS nature, like this is the pipeline projects that the example I have taken. So pipeline projects are getting distributed into the various groups. So and the group has a property like as pipeline is passing through the various states, various districts, and I may have the I may my I'm intended to create the groups with respect to the geographical locations. Like one particular state will have the different group, or one particular territory will have the different group. According to that, I'm providing here the breakup uh, to get associated into the specific tender. So this is the groups that I'm defining right now. I'm providing the description of the group. Again, as an procurement department, as an tendering department, they may club the various PRs of the two different projects as well. So these also facilities available under the project name. We are basically selecting here the projects. PR number is there. Now here I will have the opportunity to break the cost of the individual PR into the various groups. So these things I have managed through this tender group detailing. Next, we have here the tender schedule details. So in tender scheduling detail, we are basically monitoring the dates for the tender on sale. So 75 percentages weightages I have given over here. Further, like date of the pre-bid meeting, number of bidders who have attended the bidding, bid due date, scheduling date of the bid opening, actual date. So these things are monitored under the scheduling details. If you click on the date, so here we will see all the bidders who has done the registrations and who has taken the part into the bidding. So these are the milestones like pre-bid meeting. So some bidders may register but may not attend the meeting. So these further statuses are monitored over here, like status whether this particular bidder has attended the pre-bid meeting, yes or no, what was the date of the pre-bid meeting, then further bids received status, whether he has submitted the bid, and so on. So various statuses till the tender is not getting awarded, those are monitored over here. Then tender hold and unhold status, tender may get on hold due to the specific reasons, or tender may get completely cancelled as well. So cancellation as well as holding and unholding will be done over here. Next, I'm going into the evaluation. So evaluation, as I said, like technical evaluation, commercial evaluation, and their core activities will be monitored over here. Various disciplines personals will collaborate together over here, they as per the accesses they have received. So date of techno commercial opening, date of technical evaluation completion. So with respect to the groups, further technical evaluation will be studies will be done over here for a specific bidder. So bids received statuses, technically qualified or not. So this status will entered over here whether the bidder is technically qualified or no. Attachments can be added over here if the certain queries are need to be answered by the bidders. So selecting here the tenders. So technically qualified bidder. So these numbers are basically giving us the total number of the bidder. And if we click on this particular number, then hyperlink page is getting opened up and giving us the picture of the overall bidders progressing statuses. Then commercial evaluation completion. So number of bids received, number of technically qualified bidders, number of commercially qualified bidders. So schedule date as per the plan network and the actual date. Those are getting entered over here. Techno commercial conclusion. After the commercial conclusion, techno commercial conclusion will be monitored. Then price bid details. So bidding of the price bid details will be monitored again over here. If reverse auction applicability is available or no. If it is available, then detail statuses of the reverse auction applicability, like landed cost of the L1 bidder after reverse auction, landed cost of the L1 bidder with respect to the original estimate, percentage above or below, whether it has got the percentages has got high, or it has got reduced. Date of review of estimate before negotiation. These are the milestones are monitored, and the final negotiation details are monitored over here, and other evaluation details. So group wise quoted L1 rate after the negotiation, date of acceptability, workability, date of approval of work order proposal, approving authority, who is the approving authority. So these things are monitored. Next final stage is the awarding. So selecting here the like tender number, award contract details. So various group numbers, contract category for award of work order, number of the bidders who has got qualified into the commercial techno commercial evaluation, contractor code, contractor type, FOA LOA number, schedule date and actual date. So FOA is got awarded over here. This way which group has got the which work order is defined over here through this award contracting details screen. Next is the award value details. So here FOLA number, FOLA contract value, then award lead time detail, schedule details, delivery periods. These things are entered over here. See, similarly, let me give you the example of the construction as well. Now let's go to the deliverable sites. Let's see what deliverables we are going to see. Further, I will take you to the value added parts. So this is the deliverables like dashboards, division dashboard. We can see like as this product is getting implemented at the organization level. So we can see here if I need to monitor the progresses of a specific division, let's say for the pipeline division or refineries division, or for an example for the marketing division. So division wise dashboard can be it can be utilized to monitor the progress. Then as I'm talking about the pipeline construction, so we have here the time chart to monitor the progress, S curves for the physical schedule and the actual progresses, project financial progresses. So financial part is also there where on a monthly basis financial numbers will be updated through the MIS monitoring system, ongoing project summary, pipeline project dashboard or the division project dashboard, and the financial progresses. So right now once we log in into the system, this is the like summary dashboard we will see. Division is divided into the liquid and gas projects. So for an example, right now I'm selecting a specific project as I'm interested to monitor the project dashboard. So this is the screen. At top, visual cards are shown like what is the approval date, original and revised, what is the approval cost, original and revised. In the cases of revisions has occurred, schedule, mechanical completion, schedule commissioning period. So these cards are shown at the top. Further, these cards are elaborated into the individual visuals like overall physical progress. So blue curve is showing us the schedule progress, green is showing us the actual progresses. On the right hand side, cost breakup is given. This is the project statistics by the function. As we are monitoring the progresses at functional levels, so what is the function scheduled for a respective month? Right now we are looking the progresses for a specific duration, that is the current month. So what is the schedule, what is the actual numbers for each individual function? Then year wise financial progresses. So financial year wise what is scheduled and what is actual, so year wise financial progresses. Then physical and financial progress chart. So cumulative schedule physical progress, cumulative actual progress, cumulative financial progresses, those are monitored. Then delay and lag train. So project whether it is running into the delay frame or into or whether the duration has lagged. So these things are monitored into the project level dashboard. Let's go ahead into the other dashboards. So this is the division specific dashboard. We can see division as an pipeline. So again, how many projects are running under the pipeline division? In this case, there are 22 projects. All those 22 projects are ongoing right now. The cost breakup of these 22 projects, total cost, ongoing projects cost, expenditure, cumulative commitment done so far, cumulative expenditure, what is the financial year budget, what is the financial year expenditure. If projects are running overrun into the time, what is the time overrun project numbers, what is the cost overrun project numbers. So this is the division specific. Right now 22 projects are running under the pipeline. Same progresses can be monitored by the geographical region. So the on the right hand side we have the Indian geographical map. Each state has a number written over there. That number is indicating the total ongoing projects running within that specific state. So this is the waterfall chart giving me the picture of the 22 projects. There are 17 projects where actual physical progress is running right now below 20% and so on. So waterfall chart is giving me the picture of the running progresses approved cost by the division. So right now looking only for the pipeline division. Pipeline figures are visible. Anticipated project completion timeline. I want to know in the forthcoming year how many projects are anticipated to complete. I can monitor through this chart. Then delayed project presentation. So this is one of the important aspect. Here we can monitor how many projects are there where time is running overrun. That means these are running delay in the months, and I'm more keen to know these numbers by the total value of the capital expenditure. So this is the critical quadrant has been also defined, like where if the approved capital expenditure approved cost is like equal or less than 1000 crore, as well as if delay is greater than or equal 24 months. So this is the ready quadrant is available just to monitor the extremely critical projects, and these two bubbles are indicating that there are two projects. Then project added in last 5 financial years, what is the value, what is the number, and on the right hand side the value is given. A project added in last 5 financial year, budget estimate and capital expenditure of these projects. So this is the division level dashboard. Similarly, we can monitor this for the overall division. Like this is like an portfolio level dashboard. So we can see, as I have selected here, overall pipeline, marketing, refinery. These are my further sectors divisions where further breakup is available. So all the visuals figures will get updated with respect to the all the projects running under this specific organization. So if you hover on the specific bubble, we will get the tooltip information for the detailed information on the project side. Graphs can be, visuals can be viewed into the 2D or 3D effect as per the viewer's choice. Next is the construction time chart. So as we are like looking the example of pipeline projects, so pipeline projects has a geographical contribution, belongs to various districts, various states, and these states and districts are divided into the sections into the groups, and groups into the changes. So the overall gray color length is giving us the overall dimension of the project. Further, I am applying the filter to the state, to the section, and to the group. And group has a definition of from what range to what range. I can see here the progress is into the color manner. I have the legend like my gray color scale is the entire mainline scale. Yellow scale is like ROU survey and opening. Then purple is clearing and grading. Pink is like stringing, red is welding. So we can see here from 99.6 kilometer to 99.7 kilometer welding has been done. So further scope is available for the lowering and backfilling. So this way we can monitor the progresses of the construction through this time chart. Okay. Let me go ahead and show you the further dashboard of the financial MI side. So right now we are into the financial dashboard monitoring things. So this is the dashboard for the overall capital expenditure of the specific project. So we can monitor this progresses either by a specific month or by the financial year. So there are other templates are also available. So we can see here B for the specific month November, expenditure of the November, B for the complete financial year, B for the April to the November, as I have considered November is my active month. So for this financial year, expenditure from the April till the active month, that is November in this case. So statistics can be shown in the footer into the table format. Next is the overall financial progress. So total cumulative expenditure in the histogram as well as the financial progress into the curve. It's shown up over here. Then financial year wise financial progresses. So here for a specific project, if project is running since last few years, I can select here the financial year to monitor the overall financial health of the project. So month wise view as well as cumulative view selection can be apply over here. Then overall expenditure curves. So this is the month wise overall expenditure, monthly budget estimate. Against this monthly budget estimate, what is the expenditure we have spent. Then this is the monthly MIS view. Here we can be selected by detail as well as the overall. Like a particular project may have the further cost breakups with respect to the various attributes such as the consultant fees or the contractor fees. Some percentages of amounts are already pre-reserved for these breakups. So how we would like to view these financial progresses, either by these breakup attributes or at the overall project level. So that choice is available. Figures can be monitored by the gross values or by the net values. Progress till the month from to, if you want to monitor the progress from a specific month range. So month wise cumulative expenditure up to the last financial year, cumulative expenditure in terms of last financial year, gross and net, budget estimate for this current financial year, budget estimate up to last month, revised estimate if revisions are occurring, their expenditure up to the last month in terms of gross and net, uh, budget estimate for the current month. So next, expenditures, revised estimates as well as the revised expenditures, and at loss these figures are helping me to calculate the financial progresses of the entire of the specific project and with respect to the progressing months. Then third thing is the cost control. This is basically the B phasing screen. So for this particular project, what is the budget estimate that we are outlining over here for the overall project duration. So here we are basically feeding the numbers of the project figures, cost figures with respect to the month. These are getting grouped into the quarters, and at last we are getting the project value, project figures. So these are the few key deliverables that I have shown through the dashboard format. Next deliverables are the like reports. For an example, let me show you these reports. Like there are division project specific reports are available, brief project status reports, project completion outlook report. On a monthly basis, like this completion outlook will be monitored. Construction progress report, pipe production report, tendering reports, monthly progress reports. So executive functions we have seen. So progress is done at the each individual functions on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, on a daily basis, or on a half yearly basis, or on an annual basis. These reportings can be defined. Let me show you the quick example of one of the report. Right now inside the report we have here the project completion outlook. So project completion outlook is further divided into the tabs like introduction, project introduction, schedule and financial performance. Whatever input we have captured so far at the physical execution side as well as at the financial side, those are monitored over here. Then brief highlights of the projects, milestone details and major critical areas. So what are the critical areas where attention is really required? So right now we are into the introduction screen. So basic details, who is the owner, project, project location, brief project description. These are the typing fields. Default data is getting pulled up from the input pages, and if required this data is getting enhanced through this typing window as well. So as this is the reporting screen, some fine tuning, some beautification may need to be required. Those are further getting defined over here. Certain legends need to be added to get the attention of the readers. Those legends will be added over here. Then schedule and finance performance, as I said, the physical progress is done at the execution levels. Those are highlighted over here, like what is the government board sanction date, schedule completion date, anticipated completion date, anticipated delay with respect to the original schedule, anticipated delay with respect to revised schedule, physical progress, the overall physical progress that we have seen into the earlier screen. The physical progress I am further dividing into the construction and manufacturing, as these are the core function. Maximum weightages are available to the manufacturing and delivery. So these are the other functions are monitoring separately over here. On the right hand side we have the cost monitoring. What is the approved cost, what is the anticipated cost, cumulative actual commitment cost, expenditure cost. Further monitoring is done on the financial year. So active financial year, outlet, budget estimate, expenditure. So these figures are getting upgraded on a monthly basis and those are being monitored over here. Next is the brief highlights. In the brief highlights, each individual functions, what is the active progress is running on a specific function is getting punched over here, and this is then becoming the part of a reporting. Next is the milestone detail. All the major milestones of the projects are added over here. Major as well as minor, depends on us what milestones we have to monitor. Scheduling date, anticipated date, actual date. If the milestone is got delayed with respect to the scheduled date, then what is the delay time in terms of months? Status remarks. These things are defined over here. Then critical major areas that need to be addressed by the concerned stakeholders, those are added over here. So this is the reporting. Now this reporting can be saved as a draft or for for the review purposes. Once it is reviewed and once the approval is received, this report can be further published for the accessing. So this is the typical output that we are going to get after filing this input. So schedule performance, financial performance, progress entries done at the functional sections, milestones details, and the critical areas of the attention. Further reports will also be generated either completely automatically or through the further manual input to the respective function. So with this, let me also show you some of the value added features.
So we'll see how closure repos is generated in EPMO software. So after click on compendium in a global section, we'll directly redirect to this page, overall summary page, where physically closed projects are appeared with the name, their approved date, mechanical completion date, actual completion date. So mechanical schedule completion date, mechanical completion date, actual commissioning completion date, schedule and actual, approved cost, uh, com- completion cost, name of the consultant, and mode of the execution. Thus all details are appeared here, and we can download it to PDF and Excel format. So we can filter the date range from which year to which year we have to generate report. That filtration options are also available in this interface. Next is a project compendium summary. In this summary, we can uh, edit our phase data from project creation, and we can generate a report. So here we can see the compendium summary is shown with the approved date and cost, and then anticipated date and cost, their mode of execution which we have seen in summary, then contract details, their design capacities details, means list of the units, licensor details, how many units and licenses are available in that project. So we can edit that details also in here, and we can generate create cost breakup. Some cost breakup, predefined cost breakup heads are available. So here it is a 12 cost breakup heads are available, and we can key in that parameters, that is FE rupees in lakh, INR, and that will be roll up to total. So in last step, compendium and cost detail. In this step, the details which we have filled in a compendium summary cost details are enclosed, and we can generate a PDF copy of that report from here. So we'll generate that PDF copy in this interface, and it is look like that. So here it is, the field details are appeared completely. So this way we can generate closure reports. We'll see how vendor expediting can be done through mobile app. So we'll see that part. So we have one Android app which will available in a Google Play Store. So as same as we have to log into ePMO, and after giving a user conditional to mobile app, we'll redirect to this page. Here we have to select a project to proceed in a vendor expediting part. After selection of project, we have to we'll redirect to summary page where we'll list. So here in the summary page, all the list of POs are appeared, where their job status is also available. If it is completed, S2 start, in progress, POCDD, vendor names, PO cost, and many more. So there is a card filtration options are also available. So after selection of any particular PO from summary tab, will redirect to expediting page where we can proceed. We can change any PO number if you want to change PO. So we have to give inputs of vendor status, vendor remarks. Then these are the PO list. So after selection of PO, we can proceed to vendor expediting. To expedite any equipment, we have to do some prerequisite procedure or documentation procedure. So that part where we can handle here, load data and template select template submission. So in tag selection, we can add a tag by scanning the barcode. Here we have given scanning provision to add barcode. So in load data, we can add, we can key in the data is loaded or not. Then so date of submission, if it is submitted, we can mention the remarks. Then we can add the details of if it is a templates are submitted or not, there are date of submission. Then we can add attachments also, and if drawings are submitted, how many drawings are submitted, that we can mention here. And if it is submitted, how many submitted drawing are submitted, how many approved balance drawings are will be calculated automatically. So this kind of information we are capturing in vendor expediting part. So sub ordering details we also we can add here, which are needed to fabricate or production purpose, and area of attention, and many more details we can add. After completion of that data entry part, we can submit tag progress, and that will be reflected in report also. So in fourth tab, PO master, we can see that this is a list of all the POs, and we can download it to Excel format, and we can modify them, and we can upload it also from mobile app. So these are the parameters are available for PO details. In last tab, we have added reporting provision for mobile app also. So for reporting provision, we have to select PO for which we have proceed a vendor expediting part. So here we have selected one PO, and the reports of that POs are available in that table, and we can download that reports in PDF format. So it is a PDF format downloaded template from mobile app.